Hello everybody, my name's Invicta, and welcome to your first impressions here. First look at Uma Musume Pretty Derby. Now, before you turn this video off, yes, this is a real video. No, it's not sponsored, and I have been absolutely unironically loving this game. It is one of the biggest surprises that I've seen this year so far in gaming. I already have 70 hours in this game, and I've only played it for about a week, so it's very, very good. So what is Uma Musume, and why in the world would I ever even present it to you all here on the channel? Well, it is a hardcore dungeon crawler roguelite that is disguised as a anime horse girl racing game. I am a very big fan of anime, as everyone knows. I love gacha games, and I also am a big fan of horse racing in real life. So all of these combine for a very interesting game, and I think that it's going to appeal to a much broader audience out there than what you may realize. So even for people who don't like gacha games, or you don't like mobile games or anything like that, this game is, I'm playing on Steam, by the way, so it is on the Steam client. You might find some real big enjoyment out of this. There's a reason why this game has been blowing up on YouTube and on Twitch. Absolutely massive. There was 50,000 viewers watching Ludwig's tournament the other day, and I wanted to bring it to you all here on YouTube. Those of you who've been watching me on Twitch, you know I've been streaming the absolute heck out of this game, and I've also wanted to start doing videos on it as well. So we're going to hop on into it. I don't want to delay too much, but I'll explain the basics. Basically, what we're going to be doing is the main game loop of the game is you're going to be taking one of your Umas, your horse girls, and you're going to try to play to their weaknesses, and you can take them through a campaign, a career. They all have different goals. They all have different strengths and weaknesses, and it's your job to try to maintain all different levels of resources throughout your entire run. And then at the very end, it culminates with a big finale race, and you get a final grade, and that is going to set your parents or your legacy Umas right here. So I've already selected the Uma that we're going with today because I didn't want to delay too much here. I'm going up with Haru. She is one of my favorite horses in the entire game. All the girls, by the way, all the Umas are based off of real Japanese race horses. Haru is one of my favorites in particular because the real horse, the real Haru Aurora, she is a horse that never won a race, and she's just got a big heart of gold, and her voice actress does an amazing job in this game, making her sound really genuinely happy when she wins. So, but just know that I had to bring her aptitude up for mile, because you can go into the career details to see the distances that your Umas have to run, and you want to try to build a deck around making them just better. So she's a sprinter, which is why I've stacked some pretty good sparks over here on the right side. I'm not going to explain this too much right now. Just know that these are all passives that the parents can pass along to the offspring, and there are certain events during the campaign run where these can proc and give you massive stat boosts. So just know that more stars on the right side give you better stats. So this is the deck I'm going to be rolling with here. Those of you who already play the game, you can pause this part of the video if you really want to. I'm not going to explain what every single card does, but what I will show you at least is what do these cards actually do. So these cards, these support cards here, they will give you a variety of benefits based on their level and their rarity. Every card is different, and this is where the big deck building comes from in the game, and I think that that's going to appeal to a lot of people. That's the part that really surprised me, is that this game is just as much of a deck builder as it is a roguelike dungeon crawler. Okay, so these are basically all skills that this card could give us. These are all based on random events that pop up through your career playthrough. You have no bearing on which ones are going to proc. You just have to hope that you get some of the good ones that complement your Uma. There are also cards in here that are somewhat fully upgraded, like this one here, this turbo card. This card is not necessarily a fantastic card, but I have limit broke it up to 3 because I've got lucky, and I'm not free to play, by the way. So I do have a couple of limit breaks on there, which means that I can get up all the way down to level 40, and this basically also gives you stats. If you look at the support effects here, so the friendship bonus, mood effect 50%, speed bonus 1, increases speed gain when training together. So all this stuff goes into your deck and makes your Uma better, producing a better result at the very end and ultimately a better rating. I've never gotten an A rank Uma yet, but I'm going to try today. We'll see. So we also get to borrow one of our friends' cards here. I think that we've got, I usually like to run 4 speed on Haru. She doesn't really need to have too much subtlety, and she's very, very easy to build as well. So I think I'm just going to go for another speed here. Who do we want? We want to use Kate. We could use Kate. I could use Chib's stamina, but I think I'm going to use Kate's speed card here. So we're running with 4 speed, 1 stam, and 1 wisdom card, and I'll talk about what those stats mean in just a moment. So for the purpose of these videos, I'm not going to bore you with the cinematics and all the and going through everything one by one. A lot of the stuff is automatic, and if you care about the story and the backstory of all the all the Umas in the game, please feel free to play it on your own. The game is free to play. You can check it out on Steam right now, or mobile as well. I don't play it on mobile because it runs just totally fine. So I am going to be skipping a lot of stuff, but we are going to watch some races. I don't want you to think I'm just going to blow through this in the roguelite form. We are going to watch some races as well. Okay, so what do all these stats mean? All these stats do different things here. All right, we got you, Haru. Thank you. All these stats do different things: speed, stamina, power, guts, and wit. Just know that speed is obviously speed. It's the most important stat in the entire game. Stamina represents how long, or your HP, that your Uma can survive in a race. It's basically, treat it like an RPG dungeon. I mean, it is a dungeon crawler. It really, really, truly is. You may not think so. You may think I'm being a little facetious, but it is actually pretty crazy how close it is to something like Darkest Dungeon. Power represents how fast your Uma can get up to maximum speed on the final spurt. Guts is pretty much of a useless stat. It's not really great in the current version. I hear that it gets buffed later on, but right now Guts, we don't even worry about that. And then wit is going to represent intelligence. This also governs how often that they proc their skills. And it's a very important stat to have, because if you have a bunch of skills but your Uma is not very bright, she won't use any of them, and that's bad. That includes her ultimate ability. So the whole strategy right now, at least the whole meta is, for me anyway, is I'll go through each one of these training events and try to pick the one that has the most friendship gauge over here. So what we're trying to do in the early stages here, we're not really worrying about too much of specific stats. We want to grab this, we want to make this friendship gauge go up to orange as fast as possible. So we're looking for multiple friends over on the right side. So notice how stamina doesn't have anything here. Speed only has 1, power has 2, and guts has 1, and then wit has 0. So we're going to go for the 2-1. And you'll once I click power, you'll see all of this. These gauges go up slightly. Another very important gauge is up at the top called the energy gauge. This basically represents how long your Uma can train without failure, up until the point of starting to really suffer and you need to let her rest. So right now there's a 0% failure rate. We're going to train power, and there you go. So you saw the friendship gauge go up. That was a little bit of a random event there. And basically, early on, we're looking to try to get as many of the friendship gauges up as possible. So this is a double speed roll here, a double speed gauge on a speed roll. So this complements very well. We want to build her as fast as possible. She doesn't really need a whole lot of stamina. She just needs speed. So this is a random event here. I'll slow these down for just a little bit so you guys can see what they are. So basically, these random events are all triggered. They're either triggered by your Uma or your support deck, and they can be anything. There is a guide out there, a very useful website for those of you who are playing the game, that will show you the exact odds of what you get from each one of these. But for right now, I'm just going to be picking the top option. That's usually considered to be the safe option. There are events where you do have to restore energy, and I'll talk about those when we get to them. For right now, I'm just going to pick the top option. So Haru's happy, and then she says a bunch of stuff here. So as you can see, there's a lot of text, but we ultimately get a plus 10 speed upgrade, so that's good. All right, so this is the meat and potatoes right now of this game, is how well do you train your Umas? How lucky can you get with the training here? So you see that she's getting a little bit tired, but I'm not worried too much about this. I'm going to put the skip back on there because this can take a long time, but I want to ease everybody into this game. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed, because these type of games in particular can be very flashy. They can have a lot of pop-ups and stuff, and if you don't play the game, you're going to be very confused, and it's going to put you off to it. So I want to try to ease you into this in this first episode or two and really explain what I'm doing before we really dive into a daily series here. So, and again, if you are interested in this video, make sure you click the like button. I would love to see this video start to take off on YouTube, because it's definitely a game that I've been putting a lot of hours into, and I think that it really will appeal to people who like roguelites in general. That's the reason why it's so big on Twitch. The reason why people like Ryan are playing as well. So baby, we got a triple here on speed, and this little exclamation point here means that she has a quest for us, a hint, if you will. So these hints are very important, because what they do is they will give you access to the skills that are brought on by the support deck, and also they have a chance of giving you a skill point discount when you get that hint up to a level 4, which means that you can save skill points and get as many skills as you want. Now, we do have a little bit of a situation here because this is an 18% failure. And I want you to know that Sinvicta Luck is alive and well in this game. Okay? I'm going to take a risk here, but just know this is probably going to fail. Okay, we got lucky. There we go. Normally, under normal circumstances, I would never take an 18% chance to failure. If you fail a training event, it is so bad. It costs you multiple turns, and that can lead to dozens, if not 100 more plus of stats points that you're missing out on. So we got lucky there. And after training, Haru talks with Daiwa Scarla. Seems she's gained something, and let's see what Daiwa gives us. And she gave us a hint. So we've gained 1 hint level for the skill up tempo. We've also gained a little bit of friendship gauge. This is another random event that pops up. So this is a triple event there, and we just got another random 10 speed up. So that's good. So if we look at skills really quickly here, these are all the skills that we have access to, but we have not unlocked yet because we haven't bought the skill points. Our current skill points right now is 128, which makes sense because it's the very beginning of a run. And all of these can be bought and purchased with skill points, but this is the reason why you want to have those hints. So you see here, up tempo is now at 10% off. So this was originally, what, it's like 148 or 158 points. Now it's down to 144. I think it starts default at 160. But this is where your wit comes in, and this is where training for skill points matters. We can't do the races yet, but this is the primary way that you get skill points, and also, of course, through the main scenario. So we need to rest her. Obviously, she is pooped right now. She's absolutely gassed. So we're going to rest her. And she got a basic rest. So there's 3 different outcomes for the rest. You can either get a critical, which gives you a 70 energy bonus. You can get a normal one, which is a 50, or you can get a fail, which is a 30%, which is a 30 energy gain. That also has a chance to critically fail and give you a debuff on your mood, as well as give you a bad condition, a negative condition that you have to go to the infirmary for. Again, it's Darkest Dungeon. It literally really is. Oh, wow. Look at this. We get a quad on speed, baby. That's what I'm talking about. And we also get a hint as well. Front Runner Savvy, that's a passive. That green icon means it is a passive skill. And those are usually very good to get. And okay, so we got a triple wit. Now, one thing to say about wit really fast here is that wit normally does not fail that often. It has a much lower chance to fail. And it also restores energy. You notice a little bit of a blip right there on the energy meter. This will restore it a little bit. Plus, it also trains the wit skill. Plus, we also get a triple speed friendship bonus here. So this is good. And she also really needs wit. Okay, so this is a support card event here from the Silent Sakura, or not Sakura, but Suzuka card. So we can either say, why not do some partner running, or maybe the trick is hidden in the left-hand loop you're in. Either one of these works. I usually just go for the top one here. There are some of these events that will restore energy, and those are usually the ones that you want to try to get as well. That was a 5. That was a 5 all stats up. All right, so we got Super Creek there. Let's see, on speed, we have a double speed here, but this one still is a friendship gauge. The judge, she doesn't really matter too much. Neither does the secretary. She gives you extra skill points whenever you train a stat with her on it. But right now, we want to focus on our actual deck and get these support characters up as fast as possible to orange, and you'll see why in a moment. Yeah, that's the secretary lady. She doesn't really matter too much either. She gives you a little extra stat points, so that's about it. Another double speed there on wit. Yeah, I mean, we can do one more wit. Our speed is still kind of lacking a little bit, but you want to play the friendship gauge early on. So we have another support card event there. We got 5 power and stam. We'll take it. Let's see here. We got a power. So we want to train power a little bit, but she's a front runner. And spoiler alert, I know that that's not how you're supposed to run her, but that is how you're supposed to run her, trust me. All right, so sand training. Let's decorate it. Let's make it even bigger. These will give us a random stat. I usually just go to the top one. I think it's just stamina. Oh, it's guts. Guts and skill points. So she's very tired. Let's see if we can sneak a wisdom training here. It's fine. This is better than resting. Resting is one of the worst things you can do during your training phases because it takes up a turn. Yes, you do get your energy back, but if we train wit here, we gain a little bit of that energy, we gain skill points, and we also gain a little bit of speed. And we also progress our friendship meter up here. And then, so this is an extra thing that can pop up, the extra training. All Umas will get this. I usually, unless the circumstances present themselves, I usually just go for the bottom one here. Strength also requires rest. If this will give you 5 energy back. This one, if you do take it, I'll show you what happens. It's going to give you a 5 stat up in the stat that you trained to get here, but it's also going to cost you energy. Yeah, so you see there, wit went up by 5, but energy went down. And we just got to level up on our wit training because we've trained it so much. All right, so here we go. This is the first race here. Let's check out our skills real quick. We have 165 skill points. And View from the Lead is mine. This is one of the ultimates that we inherited from Silent Suzuka, one of our parents here. So it's 160 skill points. It's a very, very good skill. Iron Will is not bad either. The one that we're really, really looking for is going to be something called Swinging Maestro, which is it's preceded by corner. It's like corner endurance or something like that. It comes from the Super Creek card, which everyone knows. So right now I'm just going to take the ultimate here. This is Silent Suzuka's ultimate. We have a 20% discount, so it's not too bad, but it's a fantastic ability if she ends up using it. Now, she has to be in the lead for this, and that's one thing I need to mention really fast here about skills. And again, I'm not going to go through this every single episode, but for the beginning here, I just want to take a little bit of time just to let you all understand how the game works, so you're just not overwhelmed and confused. So you may notice sometimes as you're scrolling through here, you may notice that there's a couple of keywords that will be in parentheses. These mean that this is the condition in order for this to happen. So sprinting gear, slightly increase acceleration on a straight. Sounds pretty good, right? Well, it will only activate on sprint races. Okay, this is the distance requirement. So this is a sprint, this is a medium. Late surger, this is the style or the running style that your Uma is going to be running. She is not a late surger, so 1.5 million CC does not matter for us because she doesn't run this, so we can ignore this one. And Front Runner Savvy is an actually pretty good one. Moderately increase the ability to get into a good position. Front Runner, this is what Haru runs for me anyway for my deck, but we can't afford it because we already picked up the View from the Lead is mine. And let's go into the race. Let's go check it out. I'm not going to fast forward this race. This is a dirt track. Just know that all Umas also have different styles of surface they can run on. She is a dirt runner, which is why you don't ever take her to turf. You take her on a turf track, you're going to be very, very upset. Predictions here, you can see exactly where she's going to be landing with the judges. Your training has what it takes to be a top contender. So we're double circle for speed, which means that our speed is very, very good compared to the rest of the field. And then it's just single circle for everything else, which means that we're about average for everybody else out there. We're going to make our debut. It's currently raining as well. All right, Haru, you got this. She is the GOAT. She is the GOAT. All right, so we are the #1 favorite. You can see the aptitudes here. Our mood, the mood does actually affect quite a bit. It affects how many stats you gain from the strength or from all the training, as well as how well she runs and how apt she is to using her skills. So she defaults as a late surger, even though I just talked about aptitude. Trust me, with this deck, if you want to get yourself a free, easy win, run Haru as a front runner. I know it sounds crazy, but I'll show you why. And the presentation for the game is beautiful. It's very, very, very spectator sporty, and I just love it. The commentary is great. The animations are great. Just everything about the game is great. So here's the field. We're on the #1 gate because we're the #1 favorite. You can see here, this is the rest of our competition. It's only a 9-horse race, so we're not worried too much about this. And there's a certain appeal about the cardboard cutout audience in the background as well. We're not gonna slow roll all the races, but I want to ease you all into the presentation of the game because it is so exciting to watch.
5番、2番人気を紹介しましょう。7番、スタンドに押しかけたファンの期待を一身に背負って、1番人気春うらら。火花散らすデッドヒートに期待しましょう。ゲートイン完了。出走の準備が整いました。スタートです。And
they're off. All right, so up at the top, you can see a gauge up here. This is basically representing the field. We're running from right to left, and Haru, our horse, will always have a pulse around her. She won't always be #1, but she will always have this sort of white pulse around her. This is the rest of the field up here. These are all just random. There's no random events that happen other than skills proccing, which will always pop up over here. So we'll see if Haru actually does anything. We're already over halfway and she is very easily winning this so far. Now her ultimate, oh, there we go. So there's the ultimate from Silence. That basically slams the door. If she has the lead going into the final corner or on the final stretch, she will hit the jets and go even faster. That's why it's such a great skill to have for a front runner. So Haru easily destroys everything. Good job, Haru. And remember, she's based off of a horse that never won a race. She's 0-113 or something like that. But listen how happy the voice actress makes her sound. She does a great job. It always makes me smile. Haru's she's always so happy to win. There we go. So we won our maiden race. We got a beginner rank here for our popularity. Fans matter as well. This essentially unlocks your ability to upgrade your ultimate. Now, the way that we run Haru, my way anyway, she never uses her ult. Her ult is only made when she is trailing, making a final push as a late surger, which I don't run her. She is a late surger, but I don't run her like that. So don't worry about I don't worry about too many fans on Haru. All right, so these are our next career goals. We have to earn 5,000 fans and go all the way up to 12,000 for the next foreseeable future. This is a huge stretch. This is like 30 some odd turns of training that we get before Haru even has to race again. So it is our job before she gets to this G3 race to get her as fast as possible. We want her very, very fast. So you see, you have 25 turns to get her there. Bakushin's cooking. We got plus 10 speed. Very nice. I'm gonna go ahead and take a rest right now just because she is a little bit tired. And we got a full heal. That was a critical on the rest. So again, and we're going back to just playing the friendship gauge meter here. Guts has 3, but Stamina has more speed. We want our speed Umas to proc first, and also we have a hint here. We get 3 levels of prudent positioning. Not bad. So up at the top, you see our career goal. We need 3,881 fans before we can go to the next one. We could go into the race right now and run it to try to get these fans, but it's not that important, and we'll have plenty of stats in order to destroy the next exhibition race to get those fans. So I'm not worried about that. We have a 2 spot over here on Stamina. That's a hint, and we'll just go ahead and take that. Frenzied Front Runner. Okay, so that's a debuff. The Bakushin event here. We get 5 power and 5 speed. Okay. And, oh, baby, that's a triple. Unfortunately, it's on Guts. They are going to buff Guts eventually. Just right now, it's not that big of it's not that huge of a stat. If you do lose a race and the game says, oh, your Uma lacked the guts to push through the next level or whatever, that just means that you need more stamina, not guts. And look at that, we got a huge event there. It gave us a great mood upgrade. That was a massive event right there, actually. Yeah, Bakushin's huge success. So we got all of that. Oh, let's be kangaroos. Yeah, the mood went up. Apparently Haru wants to be a kangaroo. All right. Well, you can do what you want. Just keep on winning, girl. There we go. So our speed rating goes up to a D. Speed training goes up to level 2. Okay, so now this is a very important thing to see. So now we have this rainbow training here. What does this mean? That means that one of our friendship gauges has procced the friendship training, which means that we get a stat boost by training with one of our friends. But the problem is that she's too fatigued right now to do that. So a 31% failure rate is pretty much automatic fail, so I'm not going to take that risk. However, we still have an option. We don't have to rest her yet because we have a double wit proc over here, and also Turbo has a hint for us. And remember, training wit, it's not a bad thing either. Training wit will allow us to use those skills and make sure she keeps her mood under control as well. So this is support card event for Turbo. The top one gives you a speed bonus that sometimes costs you energy. The bottom one just gives you a straight up energy regen. Normally for Haru, I'll go for the top, but if it's anyone else than Haru, I'll usually go for the energy restoration. For now, though, we need to squeeze as much speed as we can. Okay, so we got lucky there, and we didn't get charged to the energy. Let's check for our wit training here. I usually don't want wit too high on Haru. Usually around like 300 or so is good enough for her. That's a 70% proc rate on her skills, and that's fine. Okay, so friendship training's active for speed, and oh man, look at this, a quad on speed with friendship. Yes, sir. So a huge, huge speed bonus there. I think now we're gonna just take a big rest here. Well, let's check wit training real quick. Okay, yeah. So we could take a big rest, and that was our standard rest. So 50 energy there, and we got a little bit of extra energy. Look at that. So it's good. A quad on guts. This only really benefits Super Creek, and I'd much rather get Daiwa up to. I'd rather get her. Her meter up because she's kind of lacking. Plus, this is more speed, so. This might push Silence over to orange. Let's see. Nope. Not quite. So the final boss. So this one, again, I usually just go for the top one. It gives you 10 energy and 5 skill points. Totally fine with me. That one will definitely take her to orange, and I think we should do that. So, plus she has a hint for us as well. All right, so we have another speed Uma friend that is now over the orange friendship gauge, which means that, and yes, the friendship bonuses can stack, and that's actually the reason why you stack your deck with same think of it like monocolor in Magic. The more the same type of Umas that you have for your friend deck, your support deck, the greater the chances that they stack their friendship bonuses, giving you a massive, massive stat upgrade in whatever stat that they've procced on. So this is a triple event here. I always take the Sleep will aid growth on this one because it restores a huge amount of energy. It's like 30 or 40 energy or something like that. This one gives you stats. This one gives you skill points. I'm going to go for the middle here. Oh, it's 20 energy. It's free energy. There we go. So we get another friendship proc here. It's going to take her to 390 speed. Get a little extra bonus because the secretary was there. Checking wit training real quick here. We can max her out and still get closer to 200 wit. Wit's not that important early on. Here's the extra training. I'm not going to take it because I want to rest. Wit's not that important, and I don't need to be spending energy. This Super Creek card here. So you can cheer her on. This gives you a little bit of a stat boost, or get her a drink. This will actually give you energy for your Uma. There we go. And how do I know all this stuff? Because I've put 70 hours into the game. I'm not an expert by any means, but I've played so many runs of this game that I know what the choices are. It's just like items in Isaac, really. We get a double hint proc here, plus Super Creek finally gets a little bit of meter. Super Creek did not give us the hint for Swinging Maestro, unfortunately. All right. Oh, baby, look at this. Triple friendship proc. It's a 5% chance to fail, but look how much speed we get. This is only a level 2 speed training, by the way. Yeah, that's a massive... As long as we don't fail this. Oh, baby, look at that. 36 speed. You love to see it. All right, now she definitely needs to rest. Got a regular rest, okay. Her mood still is great. It's awesome. More speed. Let's see, guts. Ooh, that is Super Creek. We want her to give us a hint for Swinging Maestro. Corner recovery. Okay, that's the precursor. Corner recovery's fine. All right, so inspiration. So what is this? So this is this thing that I was talking about at the beginning of the video, where all the sparks on the right side, all of this matters. So the inspiration, there's only ever 2 events of these types of events that happen during the course of any Uma's career. So the better your parents, the better you have the chances of getting their highest possible spark. So one of these is going to proc from Oguri. One of these is going to proc from Silence, and one of these is going to proc from Daiwa, and that goes for both of the parents. So we want to see our triple speed spark, which is the most sought after one in the entire game. It's very rare and very difficult to get, but I was lucky on that Oguri run to get one. So let's hope that procs here. Let's see. Okay, so there's silence. We got stamina. That's not great. Mihono gave us wit. That's not great. And okay, so we did get the triple speed for proc, which is nice. Double speed from Daiwa. Triple speed from Oguri again. Yeah, so that's a 36 speed up there. 5 stamina, 1 wit. So it could have been better, but it wasn't terrible. We got a free 36 speed up. None of our aptitude things procced, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. So we are now in early April. By the way, the date does matter as well, because in every UMA's career, there is a summer camp event that happens at the beginning of July that you have to make sure you have full energy for that. Double wit here. This takes us to 200. Okay, so that's really, really terrible. Slacker is horrible. Slacker is the worst negative condition you can get. Essentially what Slacker does is it will give any training event, regardless of the type of training, it will give it a chance to critically fail and no stat gains happen because no one shows up to the training. So we have to go to the infirmary and get rid of that immediately. She's still a slacker. We cannot allow that to stand. We have to get rid of slacker. Okay. So that cost us 2 turns, and who knows how many stats that cost us as well. And that's the Darkest Dungeon aspect of it. So the game is yelling at us that we need to make sure we get our fan requirements. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. For these exhibition races, I'm just going to skip them. We don't need to watch them, but I will be viewing most of the bigger races here. So I'm just going to view results. She's going to win these easily. She's way too strong for all this stuff. So again, I'm just going to skip over those. Okay, so whenever you do an exhibition race, this goes for any UMA, you can take the top one, the top choice, which is going to give you a flat stat up or a flat skill upgrade with a flat energy cost. Or you could take the bottom one, which is the Gamba episode. This is the Gamba choice that I always call it. And this one has a chance to crit. And if you get a crit on this one, it will only cost you 5 energy instead of 20. So this is a 20 energy spot up here. This one is anywhere from 5 to 40. So it's Gamba, but if it pays off, it saves you a lot of energy and also gives you the same amount of skill points that you would have gotten anyway. Okay, so we got the standard payout, which is 20 energy. So we didn't win, but that's okay. We need to make our speed stats up here because we lost a lot to that slacker. Energy, we get Rushing Gale. That's a very, very good skill there, too. Okay, we only need 1,069 fans here. We did get a double speed proc, so I'm going to ignore the exhibition race and go for one more double speed proc here. And we are in the summer camp here, but we have to race, so let's just get it done real quick here. There's 3,600 fans. We got to get to 12,000 for her third event, so... oh, I've actually never run this before. Okay, well, we're going to watch it. Maybe we'll get a new trophy. That'd be awesome. Come on, Haru. We are the #1 favorite. And G3 is... So the G3 that you see right here, this is the class of race. It goes all the way up to G1 and then EX for the finales. Just know that the higher rank of races, the harder the competition is. We're just going to skip this here and go straight to the race. And I would love to get if we can get another trophy here, that'd be great. Didn't mean to turn it up there a little bit. I actually don't know how much of the music's going to get claimed on YouTube. I hope nothing. Okay, so that's really bad. So Rushed is a debuff. That's a random event that pops up. Depending on her wit rating, that shows that her wit is not high enough to stop that from happening. So she's going to start wasting. Her stamina is now going to start draining faster than it would if she wasn't rushed. So that's not good. And again, stamina is essentially your HP. All right, here we go around the final turn, going to the last spurt. Haru is, she's losing ground here. She better turn it and burn it. I think Sakura's got her. And Haru dig it out. Can she dig it out? Oh, she got her at the end. Good job, Haru. Way to go. Haru with a 3/4 length win. I was worried there. You did it. Good job, Haru. We love Haru. Yay, and I got a new trophy. It's my 29th out of 69 G3 trophies. Gain some fans here, gain some skill points. Again, I'm going to go for the Gamba option for the skill points and standard payout. So we passed her next goal, so we get a little bit of a all stats up and some skill points as well. And now we have to pass 9,000 fans in 8 turns, which should be pretty doable. We have to rest here. Anytime you rest at summer camp, you're automatically going to get a mood upgrade as well, which is nice. But you are wasting some of the best training that you can get in the entire game, so you want to limit yourself on that. Yeah, let's just go speed here, just straight up speed. She needs to be a speed demon. But she was tired before we entered into summer camp, so it's not a great spot here. I can't risk a 27% failure. I really can't. I'm just going to go for wit. The 0%, it also gets Daiwa up a little bit. So that wasn't a great summer event because we were pretty tired going into that. It's unfortunate that we missed a 38 speed upgrade, but what can you do? We've already achieved our goal, so we don't have to worry about running another exhibition race. And we can just focus on basically speed. It's even if there's no speed, we're still going speed. She does need a little bit of stamina so she doesn't run out of gas. Let's get a little bit of stamina here. Okay, so the acupuncturist. So this is a very, very, very big event here. So this is one of the few times that you will not that you have a chance of critically failing, but also the benefits here are extremely high. If you get a good acupuncturist proc here, if you get a perfect, I think they call it perfect puncture or something like that, it can lead to massive stat gains. But this one's very rare, so whenever it does show up, it's great. So the first option, you basically get it's either all stats up plus 20, or you get Night Owl. The second one is you get corner recovery. I think you just straight up get the skill of corner recovery or a straightaway recovery skill. The third one is maximum energy, and it also heals all negative effects if it procs perfectly. The fourth one is it's either you get charming, which is really good, and that allows her to build friendship gauge even better, or it will give you a negative event. Basically, you get practice poor, and then the last one is you just get 10 energy. That's it. So we're gonna Gamba. We're gonna go. We're probably. I do want maximum energy. I really do. Let's go for option 3, the health chakra. Let's see. Go ahead. Hey, we got it. Let's go. Max energy plus 12 is massive. There we go, baby. That's huge. All right. So we got really, really lucky there. And again, as you can see, as I've been talking about in this entire video, there's all types of randomness that happens, and you never get the same run twice. Hey, look at that. We got Swinging Maestro. Fantastic. And that's the darkest dungeon level of randomness here. So this is a triple proc. This will get Daiwa up to orange. We might as well just grab it real quick. We have 9,000 fans. Very good. Now we got to get 12,000 fans, and then our race gauntlet begins. So we are 2,700 fans short. Get a mood upgrade here, which is good. Okay, so this is a sprint, but it's on turf. So you have to pay attention to the track here. This is a sprint, and it's on dirt, but it's only 2,200 fans. This still should be enough, though, even though it's an OP class, which is very, very low. That's the easiest race to win. This still should be enough. Yeah, that's plenty. There we go. Let's rest her up. She got our standard rest rate here. And she got Charming. Nice. Unfortunately, we're pretty much done with friendship gauge stuff, but that's great to have. Oh, baby. Now we get the level 4 training. Double proc, 32 speed. And we just got to giga pump her speed from here on out. Losing those 3 turns to the negative condition really hurt us. Slacker is terrible. This one here, I always take the top one because it always gives you HP back, or endurance, or energy, depending on what you look at it. Okay. Obviously, we gotta get some skills too. There's no friendship gauges over here, but we still just need a giga pump speed. It just needs to be speed, speed, speed. She's got to be as fast as possible. Raffle time, and we got a carrot. Okay, so the raffle can actually pay out with a critical, which is a hamburger steak, which gives her an all stats up, a mood up, and a ton of energy. This turbo event here, the top one always gives you a speed upgrade, but it also uses up some energy. It's always worth it in my opinion, though. Because it's a pretty massive speed upgrade that you get from Turbo. 15 speed, and it didn't charge us any energy there. We have 372 skill points. We've got to use it. So go first, F Infinity. This is from Mihono Bourbon, and this is her ultimate. It's very good when she's going towards the final stretch. This is basically a last bit of sprint. But the one that we want the most right now is Swinging Maestro. This is a golden skill. The reason why it's gold is because it represents an upgraded or evolved version of Corner Recovery. As you see here, they do basically the same thing. But if we just buy Swinging Maestro outright, we essentially will always just get it. We don't have to worry about getting the prerequisite. It just pays for both. Rushing Gale is insanely good. I'll probably end up going for that later. But go first Infinity is also very strong as well. So we may have to do a little bit of skill point grinding, but I really would love to get the Rushing Gale. All right, so we have 693 speed. We should be okay here. And let's see how Haru does here. I'm going to try to keep these videos. Normally I'd be skipping over most of the races. I'm going to try to keep these videos to about 30 to 45 minutes per run. We're the number one favorite here, but I will be watching the bigger races, of course, just because it's cinema. We got to get top 3 here. It's not a great start for Haru. There we go. Now she's breaking away. Front runners should always be in front no matter what. If they fall behind, they fall in danger of getting boxed in. And because we're not running Haru with a lot of power, that means that she's not going to be able to push through the crowd when she needs to make that final sprint. So let's see if Swinging Maestro will proc here. We're getting around to the corner. It may or may not. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so that energy restoration, that basically gives us a heal on our HP. So now she's good to go for the final sprint. Let's see if she's going to turn it and burn it. She's not ulting. She's not doing anything. She says she doesn't need the ult. She's gonna just dig it out. Look at Haru go. Yeah, she didn't even need an ultimate or anything like that. There we go. Haru taking the dub. Never gets old, man. She's just so surprised and proud of herself for winning. There we go. So we got all stats up. We got some skill points here. All right, we got to place top 5 in the February stakes. And we only have 1 turn to do that. Any skill points is great. Let's see here. Oh, baby, look at that. Triple speed. Heck yeah, brother. 48 speed. This is massive. Our speed is still definitely lacking. This one here, I don't actually remember what the bottom one does. I always just go for the top for I'm all fired up. Energy recovery is good. We have 135 skill points. It's not enough to really buy anything that I care about. Front runner savvy is great, but I really Leader's Pride is also pretty good too. But us getting the Rushing Gale is what I want. Competitive Spirit is not bad, but we don't have too many front runners in this field, and we need a lot of skill points, but we also need speed. You can't have both. You can't train speed and also get a ton of skill points at the same time. You got to do one or the other. We got 4th. And so her speed is lacking there. But we got top 5. That's all that matters. It's not a great run for Haru. Now we got to get top 5, and we have 10 turns for the Elm Stakes. It's Giga Pump speed from here on out. Extra training? No. Alright, so our speed is maxed out now at level 5 for the facilities. Right on that turbo engine. So this is going to be 25 speed. That's the one I was talking about. It costs you energy, but man, is it worth it. 25 speed. Got to rest her here. She gets a critical heal on the energy. Right into inspiration. Alright, we want some good sparks here. Let's get some massive speed spark procs. Okay, both of the speed went up. Look at that, 45 speed. Fantastic. Big time gains there. Again, we're just going to pump speed. Just pump it up. Let's hope that our friendship meter continues to climb here. Come on, we need our friendship training. It's not proccing. We're getting pretty unlucky here. 4%. Let's train once for wit, so we can get a full training here instead of having to rest. There we go. It's only a single one, but better than nothing. Okay, gotta rest here. She's too tired. So standard heal. Got a turbo proc. Alright, summer camp. This could be huge. 24 speed. As a 3% failure rate, I'm okay with a 3%. But normally I wouldn't even take the risk. Alright, so we can go first, F Infinity, or we can still try to hold out for Rushing Gale. Ooh, boy. I think I'm going to take... We've saved up this much, but that's still a long way to go. If I take go first here, we will not be able to get Rushing Gale. I'm going to risk not taking it. I'm going to hope that our speed is fast enough to carry us through here. Let's see. Let's watch this one, because I'm not sure, man. 900 is a decent amount of speed, but we'll see. Still the #1 favorite. Come on, Haru. Alright, so Mara Zensky is another one of my favorite Umas in the game. She is amazing. She's very, very tough to beat. And there's a speed option as well. If you want to know what this is, you can speed things up down here too. I like to watch the animation. I love to listen to the presentation of the commentary. It's a very impressive game. It's the way it's presented, the way the TV shots are shot. All of this is done in a very, very spectator-friendly way that really adds to the appeal of the game for people to watch on streams or videos, which is the reason why I wanted to present it to you, on top of the fact it's just a great game. So Swinging Maestro did not proc. So that could be a little bit of a cause of concern here. Here we go, the final push. It's just going to be Haru and Maru. Oh, man, Haru turned on the jets. And she also got the ult proc as well. She's slamming the door. Oh, look at that gap. Haru the GOAT. Holy smokes. Talk about your distance win right there. Holy, what was the length on that? 7 lengths behind. Wow, she turned up the gas. Here you go, Haru. Big time plays, girl. All right, now we got to get first. This is the toughest race to get. We have 5 turns to get first in the sprint. We're just giga pumping speed. Food went down, but she didn't get a debuff, thankfully. We have to rest here, and then it's just speed, speed, speed. Let's get some good friendship procs. We got a double one there. It's good. Takes us over 1,000, gets us to S rating on speed. Beat her in a race. We get ourselves energy. We didn't get friendship training either, man. This would take us to 300 wit. I'm actually going to use wit here, just so we have a higher increased chance of activating our skills. Booed down right before the big race is pretty rude. Let's go into an exhibition. Oh, it's a G1. Oh, but it's... Oh, man. G1s are the ones that you want because they give you the most skill points. But there's no dirt tracks either. We might be able to get enough skill points to get Russian Gale here if we do the Kyoto Dirt. Yeah, let's just do it. We're guaranteed to win, so it's just a matter of how many skill points we get. I really want Russian Gale. Big Gamba, Big Gamba. Okay, we didn't get enough, but we have exactly enough skill points. So we're going to take Russian Gale, bam. And it's a golden skill, so it's good. Real good. All right. We have to finish first. And then the last race is just a joke. I don't know why they're so cruel and give her a long aptitude race at the very end, but we have to win this one or the career's over. We have an S rating on speed, which is fantastic. And let's hope that our other skills are up to the task here. It's a G1 race. Anticipation is building. JBC Stakes. Here we go. JBC Sprint. Not a great start for Haru. She's starting off in third. I don't have front runner on her or anything like that, or leader's pride, so she's going to have to fight for the beginning lead. As you see there, it's Maru, Sakura, who's very strong in sprints as well, and then Haru. So Haru's in the third position. That's not good. She can't risk getting boxed in. Remember, we have to win this race. Going around the second turn here, and Swinging Maestro did not proc either, so she's got to turn on the jets here. Let's hope that her ults, all the other ults proc. She's in third position right now. Can she power through? I think she's boxed out by Maru. Any skills? Nothing? No? Is she gonna get it? Russian Gale? Oh, I don't know. Did she win by a nose? Let's see. Did she win? She won at the very end. What a push. Russian Gale. The only skill that proctored the entire race. She won by a nose. It does not get any closer than that. Wow. What a miracle win there. It does not get any closer than that. She won by a nose. Holy. Way to dig it out there. That was too close. So the Arima Kinnan, this is a long distance run. Again, I don't know why they give it to Haru because she's terrible at long races. So you're scripted to lose this race essentially. I'm gonna rest her because we want to have some more training going into the EX, and she got migraine. That's real bad. And she's in a bad mood too. That's really, really bad. Holiday season. She didn't get a mood up. That's terrible. We just got debuffed before the most. Well, not before the most. This race doesn't matter. I'm not gonna watch it. She's guaranteed to finish last. But that's pretty cruel game. That is Invicta Luck at its finest. That was a random event, by the way. Right at the very end before the EX series. That's really bad. Really, really bad. That could end our run. That's how bad that is. So we gain no training there. Frontrunner Savvy might be it. And I wish we could go first. So this is the URA qualifier, the finale qualifier. So we have to win this. We have to win out essentially. If we want to get a win here. If we want to get a career win, I mean. So this is the URA finale stakes, and she's number 8 favorite. So I'm going to skip the intro here, and let's just see how Haru does. She's the 8th favorite. Russian Gale procced way early. I don't know about that. That's a super early proc there. That may be bad. Queen Maestro, okay, so restored her stamina. Come on, Haru. Come on, Haru. See, hit the jets. Not making her move yet. She better find her groove though. You gonna hit it? She gonna hit it or no? I don't know. It's Sakura again. Sakura and Haru. It's so close. Haru taking it. Oh, it's a little late for that proc there, game. And oh man, the game's making us sweat here. Haru gets the dub and a 1-length win over Nishino. So we go on to the semifinals now. Yeah, we wanna get our stats up. We haven't been able to train our speed at all because of that terrible food down. And if we win this one, we'll have enough to get go first. But we have to win. So this is a 1,400 meter sprint, and there's no rest in between. We just go. She's the number 5 favorite. Come on, Haru. Going up against Mihono. Mihono is actually surprisingly pretty tough in the campaign. Haru's sliding back in 3rd. As long as she doesn't get boxed in. Swinging Maestro did not proc. There we go. It's a late proc, but hey, we'll take it. She's going to need that. She's got the inside track here, but she needs to find her groove. She needs to go. She's way back. I don't know. This is going to be bad. Russian Gale is big. Can she push forward? She's catching up. Come on, Haru. Finish it out. Oh, she's got it. She's got it. There we go, Haru. Man, she was 5 position on that right before she made their move. 1 1/4 length win. The horse that never won a race in real life is now 1 away from being a URA finale champion. For our first episode here of Uma Musume. And again, if you're enjoying this series, everyone, please click the like button. I would love to see this video do numbers here on YouTube because I absolutely love playing the game and I would love to bring this to you every single day. We're going to get one more training in here just to get a little bit of extra speed. We have an S+ rating now, and we can finally pick up Go First Infinity, which is Mihono Bourbon's ultimate. And this is it. So I'm not going to say anything here. I'm going to let the whole event play out, and let's see if we can get a finale win for our very first episode of Uma Musume. I believe, Haru. I believe in you. You can do it. We've done all that we can. The rest is up to her.
亮と発表された馬場には茶人が待っています。
ダート校舎の実力が遺憾なく発揮できそうですね。
1番人気はもちろんこの子マルゼンスキー、続く2番人気はシンボリルドルフ、注目の春うらら、7枠14番での出走。
気合十分、いい顔してますね。
各馬娘ゲートに入って体勢整いました。
All the marbles right here.
今スタートが
Come on, Haru.
各馬娘揃って綺麗なスタートを切りました。
That's really bad. She's already rushed.
ちょ
That's
っと
not
前
good.
に出ましたね。
Rushing Gale, so she already procced her closer skill. It's not good.
続きましたマルゼンスキーとアイネス風神、序盤からやり合っています。
ハイペースで流れる展開もありえますね。
第3コーナーの淀の坂を下る各馬娘一打となって団子状態の大
Come on, Haru. Stick with it. Swinging Maestro needs to proc. There we go. We got our stamina back.
単身で飛ばしていきます。第4コーナーを進んで直線へ向かう。
内から来る
Come on,
か
Haru.
外から来るか、最後の局面です。
まだ1馬身以上の差がある。
She needs to find the jets. Going around the final spurt here. She's fallen to 6. She needs to make her move or she's getting boxed in. I don't know what's gonna happen. Nothing is proccing, man. Yeah, she got rushed, so that's an RNG loss right there. So she got RNG lost right there because of that rushed. So every single day you get a free retry. She can only finish first. So I'm gonna give her a free retry here, and we're gonna let her go again. She's in a good mood now, so mood definitely was a factor there too, but she needs to not be rushed though. Come on, Haru. We get a second lease on life. I know you can do it. You've got the stats. You've got the stats. Oh, that's an early rushing Gale, man. Well, she's going for the front runner position, so she can hold this for the entire race, and that's totally fine. She's got a much better position to start off this time around because of the inside gate. And like I said, those RNG losses can just happen sometimes. Swinging Maestro proc, good. Her stamina's going to be restored. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Everything's proccing the way it should. Here we go into the final spurt. Come on, Haru. Hold on to it. 400 to go. Hit the gas. Hit the gas. It's neck and neck. Anything in the proc? Does she need it? There's the proc. And Haru takes the finale win on episode 1. Let's go, Haru. There we go. 2-length win on the finale. There you go. Now that's some excitement right there. Had to take an RNG loss to show you the variance there, but she's going to end at the platinum rank with 112,000 fans. It's very difficult to get the legend. I've almost done it once. Oh, wow, we just proc firm conditions, too. Of course, at the end of the campaign, but firm conditions is one of the best passives you can get as well. So we get all these stat bonuses, all these skill ups and training up and all this stuff like this. And this is going to contribute to our final rating here, which is probably going to be a B. She finishes with S+. She was just barely off. Oh, 1 point off a double S. Are you kidding me? We have 228 skill points left. We definitely want firm conditions to be leveled up fully. Yeah, and then I guess that's it. We have 48 skill points. We can't buy anything else. Yeah, there we go. So our final rating here. By the way, if you don't use skill points, they're gone forever. So it's gonna be a B+ probably. Nope, just a B. Not my best Haru run, but also not my worst. And we got a speed and sprint spark. So that's not bad. Not great because it's a 1-star, but not bad either. The pink one represents an aptitude up. So there we go. Your final total, we went 13 runs, 11 wins out of that. Of course, one of them was the Kennen run, which you're guaranteed to lose as Haru. Although some Japanese players apparently have beaten that run with Haru. That's insane to me. But there we go. So we get support points. We get to level up some of our cards that aren't maxed already. Get a little bit of money as well. And then I can add her to my final team. I know that she's not gonna add much to that. There's also a campaign, like a main storyline, everything like that. But I'm not gonna go into that. the bulk of this series is going to be doing career runs and trying to get my way up to an A rank horse, which is one of the first big milestones for your account. And I've come close to that, but still so far away. So thank you for watching, everyone. This video is a little bit longer than I plan on these episodes to be because I don't plan on watching every single race. I plan on skipping through a lot of events, and I won't be doing so much explanation, but I still want to ease you all into this game and definitely encourage you to go check it out as well. We do have a club, by the way, if you are playing Uma Musume Pretty Derby. You can look for Mosh Pit Racing or Mosh Pit R. We have some people in here already, as you can see right now. And thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'm dead serious. I'd love to see this game really start being a daily staple here in the Mosh Pit. Let me know your thoughts down below. And as always, we'll see you next time. Until then, so long, everybody.